Richard, I saw you had a tweet making, I think it was you that had a tweet making fun of the sanctions. Do you agree with Wahid's take on structural inflation being inevitable? And what's your take on the crypto markets moving forward? Because you've talked a few times about Bitcoin hitting significantly lower lows, which I think is unlikely but possible. Do you still have that same opinion?
Yeah, so my opinion is the exact same now that it's been for over a year and a half. For you guys that are new to listening, I called the top on Bitcoin on the day over a year and a half ago. It's been under that top call every single day, except for one, the Judas candle, where it made a 6% higher high from 65K to 69K, and then went straight down ever since. We still have a 30% discount on Grayscale Bitcoin to its net asset value. Grayscale holds 1% of all Bitcoin. We still have 140,000 Mt. Gox coins coming out. We still got 70,000 Ross Ulbricht coins. We've still got, 90,000 Bitfinex hacker coins to come out. And we've still got deleveraging. The Celsius bankruptcy hasn't decided whether they're going to dump their coins or try and redistribute them to holders. And historically, Bitcoin always does an 85% drop without all those other terrible things going on, just on its own. And then you combine that with the fact that Bitcoin's totally correlated to the stock market. The stock market's totally correlated inversely to interest rates. And so interest rates go up because they need to fight inflation. Mr. Chairman of the Fed was just on television last week talking about how he's going to keep raising rates. And it's not going to be a soft landing. And he wants it to, he wants these markets to take a hit. He literally said, you're going to see, price contraction in the markets. And so with the Fed raising rates, all of those unknowns of Bitcoins being dumped, absolutely no kind of bounce here at all. So, as a technical analyst, you'd say resistance, what used to be resistance would become support. Well, 20K used to be resistance. It was the blow off top in 2017. And now it doesn't even act as support. It's back to resistance again because we fell right through it like it wasn't even there. We went down to 17,400. And then recently we were at like 18,600. And, it's just a dead cat. It's a dead cat with no good news, no good roadmap, nothing on the horizon, a bunch of bag holders that bought the top, and all they can do is sell now. El Salvador already blew their loads buying the top. Michael Saylor already blew his load buying the top. So what are they going to do? Buy more? Nope, out of money. Matter of fact, they got demoted. So Bitcoin's going to go down to 11K and pray and hope that it stops at 11K, and my prediction's been right the whole time. From the second top, the double top, people blew out their portfolios to create. So 3 Arrows Capital, Celsius, these guys didn't want to do the normal blow off top cycle. They wanted to buy a double top, and boy, they bought it, and it cost them everything. But now we've had to cycle through and deleverage all that stupid leverage that they created. And so now the running timer, which we would have already done with our bear market probably had people done the normal market cycle instead of buying an extra double top. Now that takes us out another 2 months and 3 days. So 365 days from the 69K is 2 months and 3 days from now. The ideal situation is that you'd have the Fed stop raising rates, either Gox or Finex or Ross Ulbricht coins dumped on the market or handed out, and the discount to NAV and Grayscale go away. If those three things happen, I'm bullish. And if those three things happen after an 85% dip, I'm even more bullish. But until I get that 85% dip, until some of that other stuff gets wrapped up, whether it's a Celsius bankruptcy or Mt. Gox or Finex hacker or Ross Ulbricht coins, there's no way I'm longing. And then you've also got the buy the rumor, sell the news event with the Ethereum merge coming up in about 10 days. So, I'm still not bullish crypto, and I've been right this entire time. And I'll be bullish when everyone finally pukes and we finally get our capitulation candle. And we didn't get one in 2018. We did a bump and run bottom at 3K. And so, people are kind of hoping and praying for that now with an Adam and Eve bottom. And they're hoping that we're in the Eve part of the candle formation now, which basically kind of looks like a bump and run, except with more curve to it, more like a kind of cup and handle. So I don't see any reason that we're going to be going vertical anytime soon. There's too
Do you
many
think
open issues.
do you think anything could go wrong with the ETH merge in a few days?
Sure.
And what's the likelihood?
I mean, I don't know. Just pulling a number out of my butt, 5%. Maybe there's a 5% chance that something goes wrong. But if it just pauses the network, who cares? And the only people that really care about network pauses are people that need money immediately, which is never me, or the people that have leverage positions outside the chain, or maybe even on chain, depending on how they're running their timers. But unless you've got leverage positions or need of money in an emergency, a chain pause really isn't a big deal. The only kind of chain things that are big deals to me are rewriting history, that's unforgivable, inflating supply, unforgivable, things like that. But just a network pause due to like maybe one of the clients falls out of consensus with other clients, some kind of thing like that. Network pauses for a while. It's not that big a deal as far as I'm concerned. So it's actually really good news. This merge is going to reduce the issuance rate 90%. And so, if you're a Bitcoin maxi, brainless person, and you love the halvening, well, you're going to get a bunch of halvenings all at once after the merge, because of the rate at which it's inflating is going to go down massively, instantly. And the only issue is, there's some buy the rumor going on. And I know there's some buy the rumor going on because I see that the interest rates to borrow ETH are up at like 15% APY, whereas your interest rates to borrow like USDC are at like 0.5%. That's on the lending side, not the borrower side. The borrower side's a little bit higher because the lenders want to make money lending to you. So another thing to point out is that you're not going to have a big dump of staked Ethereum when the merge happens, because it doesn't actually release staked Ethereum. Staked Ethereum is not released for trading until sharding is done, and who knows when that'll ever happen. So that's my market summary. 11K in prey, and when the bottom hits, I think Hex is a beautiful play. I think Ethereum's a beautiful play. Now, not a financial advisor. Do your own research.